Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazy Hezzy, and today we are getting the coveted platinum trophy for Yakuza Like a Dragon. Since I started this journey with about half of the trophies complete, I want to tell you about how I started playing Yakuza with this very game. If you don't care, skip to this timestamp to get straight to the hunt. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you might have noticed that I've never made a video about this Like a Dragon specifically. That's because until I started this video, I never actually owned it. I was recommended the game by my friend, who became my roommate a short time after. He set his PS4 up in the living room so I could play, and because I had 4 days until starting a new job, I decided to MK Ultra myself and play the game. Needless to say, these visuals, paired with some of the most immersive narrative storytelling I had seen in a game up until that point, had me foaming at the mouth on the couch, ready to play. And since you need basically no hand-eye coordination to do so, I sat on the couch for the next 15 to 20 hours, locked in. Fast forward to today, and I'm still locked in. This time, caffeine maxing and hellbent on leveling up, being the best that I can be, and securing my first platinum trophy. Okay, we're gonna give it 1 second for everyone to finish skipping the story. You can use this time to like and subscribe. Okay, platinum trophy. I've got 21 left, and I'm going to start by completing the final dungeon. This should give me the experience to make good headway into the level-related trophies and... Well, there's one right there. Sick. Getting through this was pretty easy despite not meeting the recommended level, except for about halfway through, when I encountered this bohemian man who would not stop healing himself. He was harder to beat than Kiryu. No joke. Needing a break after that hour-and-a-half long slog through the Millennium Tower, I go to raise my bond level with Jungi Han, which is a hidden trophy for some reason. I take a break from the hunt to run around and do some mini-games which nets me progress with Jungi Han and my personality traits, which I have to max all of. We finish the Jungi Han arc with a warm homecoming for the Jingguan Mafia, and head out to crush some sub-stories. It's lovely that we're flying through these, and speaking of flying through, let's hit up Dragon Kart because I'm 90% sure I'm 90% of the way through with this already. After a couple of practice runs, we complete the tournament, coming out on top in 2 out of 3 races, which is good enough for me. We're greeted by all of our rivals and none other than the original Pocket Circuit Fighter. It is insane to me that this one guy carries through almost every game, yet Rikia doesn't even get to be a soul friend. Rest in peace to all of the forgotten friends. Anyway, we finish all of the movies, and I actually quite like this minigame, even though I feel like I slept on it during my playthroughs, despite being 90% of the way through with all of the movies. Thinking ahead, I decide to work on a more long-term goal, reaching the 10 billion yen goal at Ichiban Holdings.
These are incredible results!
Never mind. I guess we'll go on to Onibara. Finally, a trophy that takes more than 10 seconds to complete. I do take some extra time to finish Ikuri's sub-story, and even though he opens up to Ichiban multiple times about his crush on the receptionist, Ichiban proceeds to riz her up anyway.
Oh yeah, you said you had 2 things, didn't you? What's the other thing?
The other thing is...
Huh?
The other thing is me. Kasuga-san, would you take the certificate exam for my love?
Mikoshe-san!
And she gives us a honk-honk in the testing room for our first intimate relationship. Then, we head over to the romance workshop to secure the next trophy.
Kasuga-san,
What?
I wanted to thank you for standing up for my workshop. And for me.
Sumire.
I'd like to repay you.
What?
Let me give you a custom tune-up. One that's just for you.
Well, that was, you really are good with your hands, Sumire.
What'd you expect? I had the perfect raw material to work with.
This actually takes a bit of time as I have to run back and forth from Hamakita Park to survive because I never have enough flowers for the banquets, and I'm not paying for that shit. I'll refrain from going on a tangent about Ichiban's devolution into a spineless simp, considering he's perfectly fine throwing dick around despite his once charming shyness. And just tell you that I got the trophy for minigames and was able to clear some part-time hero work in the process. It was at this point I realized I had skipped out on the easiest trophy so far for no real reason other than a lapse in reading comprehension.
Congratulations.
Something comes to break you. Every time
You're doing
someone
great.
comes to stop you, you should realize
Congratulations.
that that's how powerful you are. That there's no way that happens to everybody. You're selected.
From here on out, the trophies were only set to get harder. I hadn't needed to use a guide up until this point, but I did need one to figure out this Hong Kong Hero trophy. I would come to regret my usage of guides later on in this video. I proceeded to drown my sinful ways and good deeds and reached Executive Hero for Part-Time Hero, a welcome relief as I was scared that I might have to spend forever trying to beat the crane game, which I am not very good at 95% of the time, and godly the other 5%. Now that that's out of the way, we only had 5 trophies left until the Platinum. Reach level 70, max out all the personality traits, call Poundmates 30 times, and watch 20 table talk scenes. Okay, so I lied. When I was writing the script for this, I misremembered the order that I got the trophies in, and I'm too stubborn to change it. I already had the personality traits trophy. Oh, and there go the Poundmates and level 70 trophies. Platinum trophy hunting was turning out to be a much easier experience than I had previously thought. The Table Talk trophy was more difficult than I had anticipated. Since it had been so long since my initial playthrough that I had forgotten all the restaurants I had already been to, I resisted looking it up, but there's only so much mindless gluttony one can endure. Finally, we had arrived. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I did not beat this the first time, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or the sixth. So this ended up taking me a ridiculous amount of time. Every time I thought that I had made enough progress to succeed, I would fail. I mentioned I would come to regret using guides, and that's true, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't have beaten this without help from some guy on Reddit. I spent hours just trying to level up to 70 because the base game is so easy to beat. Most encounters are painfully routine once you reach a high enough level. They had become so routine that I had lost sight of how this game was even played. I spent my time rushing headfirst trying to bulldoze my way through the tower just purely off the strength. My one regret was reading a guide that told me that I could only get the Dragonfish Tingui in New Game Plus. This was not true. Fast forward to level 99 and a thorough reading of Shaolin Chicken's Reddit post.
That's gotta be racist. There's no...
I had the keys to success and began my descent up the tower for the true, final time, to level up and claim my place as the new dragon.
There are days you'll be down, and you start to wonder if the world would be better off if you died. I have those days too, but I believe I'm gonna make it through, and I won't run away, I won't die. I'm gonna level up, be the best that I can be, and I'm not gonna stop questing until I'm a hero. I'm gonna level up, be the best that I can be. I swear that I'll become unstoppable, and you'll be right at me. I've got to see this through, I can't look back until the end. Rise from rock bottom to the future I've seen in my dreams. So come on, let's go level up.
Oh, nice. That's cool.